Whoa! Episode 11 already. What is that? Like, we're getting into like 30 plus hours of roleplay. I mean, are there even that many hours in Stranger Things in an entire season? We're doing pretty good. This is pretty badass, and we've got some good comments from people online talking about bringing back old school dreams of Barovia. It's always seen that getting some play out there. So, yeah, it's a lot of fun. We're having a good time. To start things off, I am going to talk about Sky Zephyrs. This is our sponsor for this episode. And I have thrown together a little Sam Riegel style skit just to goof off with, because why not? So, here's the setup. The skit opens with a smooth, professional airline jingle. You can imagine it. Just this little annoying jingle playing over the scenic sky, complete with drifting clouds and the majestic silhouette of a massive airship. And then the camera cuts to the interior of the ship, where a very official-looking airline steward stands before a row of nervous-looking adventurers in their seats, each gripping weapons, scrolls, or, in the case of one poor wizard, a rapidly deteriorating spellbook. And then the steward wears a crisp vest, a sky blue sash, and an unnecessary pair of aviator goggles perched on the forehead there. And I am going to go ahead and take on the role of the steward. Welcome aboard Sky Zephyr Airlines, the only form of air travel where you can earn experience points just by surviving the flight. I'm gesturing dramatically to a large old-timey map of the airship's intended flight path, which is covered in an ominous amount of storm clouds, dragon silhouettes, and what appears to be a hastily scribbled note that reads, "Avoid the floating fortress." Before we take off, please direct your attention to our safety protocols, which, just like our ship's hull, are mostly held together by wishful thinking and good vibes. In the event of a sudden loss of altitude, please assume the bracing for impact position. That is, scream, flap your arms, and roll dexterity save. Any result below 10 means you're about to get real familiar with terminal velocity. By the way, the bard in the back pulls out a lute and begins strumming Tom Petty's Free Falling. Oxygen masks? No. We do have Featherfall. Should you find yourself unexpectedly plummeting, our flight cleric will do their best to cast it in time. No guarantees. The camera zooms in on a nervous cleric clutching a handful of dice and sweating profusely. For your safety, please keep your Sky Zephyr rulebooks within reach at all times. The rules may not help you survive, but they will help you. They'll at least help your DM justify why you didn't. And in case of a water landing, let's be real, you're not making it. For those of you in economy class, also known as hanging onto the ropes, please enjoy our complimentary turbulence brought to you by that very angry rock we apparently just flew over. The ship suddenly shudders and something huge slams into the hull. There's random screaming. I don't react at all. I just keep going. As a reminder, the captain has turned on the no fireball sign, so please refrain from casting explosive magic inside the cabin.
Very good.
We know you may have many choices when it comes to airship adventuring, but only one comes with Sky Kraken's unpaid deckhand interns and a warranty that technically expired before you boarded. The camera pulls back to show an intern, which a kobold in a tattered vest, desperately trying to patch a hole in the ship with duct tape and prayers. For From all of us here at Sky Zephyr Airlines, we'd like to thank you for choosing the path of most resistance. Now, sit back, relax, and... Oh no, that's a wyvern swarm. Well, good luck! Alarms start blaring, camera shakes. I'm going to grab a parachute, then I toss it aside. The screen fades to black. Sky Zephyrs. Because staying on the ground is for peasants.
Oh, yay!
So go ahead, check out Sky Zephyrs. I've got the link on the screen. It's next level Spelljammer rules for airship combat. There's a whole campaign setting just for Sky Zephyr stuff. It's really excellent stuff. I mean, look, if I didn't like it, I wouldn't be doing this. This is cool. All right. It has the Hall Seal of Approval. If you want to pick up a copy today, it's 10% off if you use our coupon code Raven Queen. That way they know we sent you. All right. Back to Barovia. Cheers to Barovia.
Barovia!
Pendragon, what's been going on? You have the floor. Give us a recap.
Well, last session we began in the dining hall with Von Strahd mid kind of conversation about what he needs from us and what he was willing to give, and well, Vinka showed him that she has the sun sword, turned into a panther, and dashed out of the room towards the chapel. He, of course, became enraged, and a battle ensued. During which time Vinka and Pi made it safely to the chapel, which was the plan, and nobody else joined us.
Yeah.
Patty Bree got charmed by Von Strahd into thinking that he was her father, and she needed to protect him at all costs, and Thrain stayed behind to protect Patty Bree. Well, realizing that the party was not joining us, Vinka and Pi ran back to the battle. Vinka cast some daylight, which caused the mirror of Von Strahd. Von Strahd disappeared, and a mirror of himself had appeared, and as well as a swarm of bats joined in the fight. And so when Vinka shows up, she casts daylight, and the mirror of Strahd disappeared, and I used my Hour of Reaping to frighten off the bats. But Caddy Bree was still under the charm, so Pi disguised herself to look like Von Strahd and ordered her to run. And the whole party took off towards the front gates, where we found that the drawbridge was up. Thrain broke one of the chains of the drawbridge, but realized that if he broke the other one, it would crash and crumble. So Vinka wild-shaped and snuck into the guard tower, used her druidic powers to create a soft platform for the bridge to land on, and then proceeded to lower the bridge. As we all ran across, Von Strahd once again reappeared, just in time, just long enough to bite Vinka, and backpedal a little bit. He also bit Thrain back in the dining hall. So Thrain and Vinka have been bit. And then he disappeared, and we continued to run into the woods. We escaped. We found that Whisper had also escaped and rejoined us. I slapped Caddy Bree to snap her out of her charmed condition, and then we continued to run. And we made it to this bridge over a dry riverbed, where we were then attacked by a direwolf. We dispatched the wolf, but we could hear that there was more howling in the woods not too far off. So we decided to climb down into the riverbank and follow the riverbed back to the town, and hopefully to Griffin Manor, where we hope Dr. Van Richten has arrived so he could help the two friends, our friends who have been bit. And so we have left off with us in the dry riverbed, running for Griffin Manor.
When was the last time you were in a forest at night. I mean, a forest at night is dark. It is dark as dark can be, and it is scary. I think even if you're not afraid of the dark, being in the middle of a forest at night, fucking scary.
There is a reason dark forests are prominent in all of the like children's like mythology and all of the scary stuff. Scary things happen in the woods at night.
Yes, and when there is a thick fog rolling in on top of it all, it just compounds the fear of the dark atmosphere about wolves howling in the distance, full moon above.
Is it a full moon?
It's always a full moon in Barovia.
Well, that does
Mm.
make
You know,
sense.
just like it's always sunny in Philadelphia.
Or rainy in Seattle.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Oh, but
Yep.
let me get this straight, if I can, please. It is the darkest of dark in the forest of Barovia. It is a full moon in the sky because it's always full moon in Barovia. And then there is also now a fog bank coming in. If this isn't a recipe for disaster and total fright, I don't know what is. It is about to get very nasty really soon. You should get ready.
So as we are running down the riverbank, Pi, she had given Ismark an eerie token, and so she's gonna send him a message. We've escaped Castle Ravenloft. We are heading back. We need Dr. Van Richten. Please.
There is suddenly a disturbance in the underbrush up ahead,
Oh, jeez.
and spilling forth are three snarling wolves standing in your path, blocking your route, and they're snarling and they're growling. But then it seems like they see right through you, right into your flesh. They probably want to eat. They look feral. What do you do?
Oh, I could
Druid.
cast, speak with animals. Yes, I have one spell slot left for that.
Okay.
Hello, my friends.
And then when you speak to them accordingly, the three wolves, they stop growling. And they all look at each other perplexed. They're like, oh?
I guess since they're wolves, they don't actually speak words. I will send out the impression of we are friends. We just want to go through their woods, touching nothing.
And with that, the lead wolf suddenly changes and leaps up onto its back hind legs and starts to transform. Like you see its limbs twist and pop and move and crack, and it completely starts shifting and changing and growing tall into like a humanoid form, and you can hear its growls and sort of like these little yips of pain in the process of the transformation, and then finally, when the wolf comes into this weird, full-on hybrid wolf-man form, it looks up to the sky and goes, "Oh!" Man, bears his visage down at the rest of you. There's a dramatic pause, and then it speaks. The Dark Lord has foretold of your coming. You have something he wants.
Yeah, yes, we do. But we don't want to give it to him.
Ack has not eaten the humanoids in some time, and they are hungry. Dark Lord seeks what you
Do you serve the Dark Lord, or are you your own wolves people?
serve. The Lord of the domain.
Do you want to serve the Lord of the Domain?
Is learning. Those who dwell here have.
There's always a choice.
What if we team up together and
You don't.
defeat the
You're not.
bear?
You're not in the conversation.
Oh, you're
It's
right. I'm
druid.
sorry.
Well,
I
wait,
Druid
but
forgot.
conversation.
Druid
Yeah, I
shit.
forgot it was good.
But
Druid shit.
once he transforms into that werewolf hybrid form, he's
Oh,
speaking
anybody can hear
common.
him.
Yeah, he
Oh,
is
he's
speaking
speaking
common.
okay,
common.
so
Okay.
he is speaking common now.
So then I would make that comment then.
Yeah.
Or soul with a mouth on it. Just looks like a chicken wing to me. The werewolf refers to Caddy Brie in response.
Mm-hmm.
Give me what the Dark Lord wants, and we will leave here with empty bellies.
Hmm.
Um, um, no.
That's an understatement. Absolutely not. Join forces with us. Join
Um,
The
forces.
other wolves, they start transforming just as well.
It's on.
There's
You
three of
guys,
them.
you guys are a very bad doggy, and you will have to be put down.
you don't have to serve the Dark Lord. You are your own individual person, and you can do what you choose to do.
And the monk speaks up and says, in very monk fashion, just as a snake sheds its skin, you must shed your past.
Free yourselves
Save
from the
your
oppression.
fortune cookie wisdom.
What you are is what you have been. What you'll be is what you do now. Join us and be free of that master.
Together we can take him out. Your pack will be free.
That is an impossibility! Look at me! Look at me! Look at what he did to me! What do you think
Wait,
he'll do to you if you do not give him what he wants?
wait. Did he turn you into this Wolfman combo?
We
Are
have a
you
doctor.
are
We
you
have a
are you
doctor.
were you wolves or were you men?
Of wolf and man. They all start howling into the night air.
And what were
That's
you in
not
the
an answer.
beginning? Were you
What were you
wolves in the
before?
beginning, or were you men in the beginning?
Save the banter and give us the sun sword.
We can help you. You want to be back to what you were? We have a doctor.
He's a
He can
good
fix.
doctor.
He can fix you. Do you want to be the wolf or do you want to be the man?
Thorne's gonna speak up. Oi, lad. Were you cursed? Was that what happened to you?
They're looking at you like you're the fucking alpha. You know what I mean? And they're looking at you up and down like they're looking for your strengths and weaknesses because they're ready for it to go down.
Ooh. Can Thrain, I whisper, can Thrain take on the Alpha? If he takes on the Alpha and wins, then he's the pack leader.
I'm gonna start walking towards the guy that transformed.
Oh, they've all transformed now, but this one here, as you step forward, this one steps forward as well, as if meaning to meet you halfway as far as you wish to step forward. It's going to take those same steps. You guys are looking at each other like it's like a weigh-in at a UFC match or something. This thing's got rotted breath.
Nothing disgusting.
Just gonna nod at him, touch him, and cast.
Remove curse.
Hmm. Okay, so you try to touch him. He may or may not allow that.
I hope he doesn't
However,
touch your hand.
however, he sort of like jerks his arm back and he starts to chuckle. I see the light in your heart. Once embrace to our like in nature, fully transformed. Remove such a curse. It's impossible. Cannot revert. Change has already occurred. Once they have occurred.
Then I give you this simple option, lad. Walk away, take your pack, what's left of them, get out of here, find an easier meal. You can see we're well armed. This won't end well for you.
You wish for this to end well for you. I accept your words as a challenge to be head of my pack, and you must kill me for the position. And his
Oh!
boys start, yeah, they're wolfing in the air. There are other howls
Caddy's
in the
doing that
distance.
too. And Caddy yells out, my Alpha will destroy you. Leave or surrender now and let him take over the pack and save yourself.
Thorne's just gonna look back at Caddy Brie like she's a stupid teenager for saying that. That's not what he's trying to do.
You allow your chicken wings to talk. You are a
Um,
beta
Yeah.
we
male.
can't.
So allow
We
your
can't
chicken
stop
wings
her
to talk.
from talking. She just talks. We tell her not to, and she does.
That's right. And she gets angry too. And then she yells out, "Stop your jabbering, you filthy mutt, and start fighting."
Hey, Kyrie, shut
um,
up.
so, by the way, I'm still in the form of Von Strahd. Does that have any effect on these guys?
Good point.
Um, actually, if you were to still have that image about you,
Mm-hmm.
we're gonna have to retcon that as you travel into the dark of the forest of the night, the fog seemed to just slowly dispel that illusion bit by
Okay.
bit before
Okay.
you approached, or before these werewolves approached you. It was all but completely worn off.
There. Okay. Cool. Cool. Cool.
Yeah, the mists of Ravenloft, they're mysterious.
The miss. Yeah, they're rough. The Ravenloft mists suck.
Yeah.
Once they have you, yeah, you can't get out of them traditionally.
Totally fair. Gotcha.
Oh,
So
5e,
where did we leave off?
breaks canon.
So
You can.
where did we leave off? Even with the illusion.
Oh, pie is pie.
Yeah, ice pie.
3.14, etc. etc. So it looks like it's about to go down. The alpha wolf backs off and starts kind of like, cracking its knuckles, getting ready to pounce, allowing Thrain the honorable time to ready himself as well before the shit goes down.
I'm just gonna sigh. This was not what I had hoped for.
uh, I'm going to pull out the sun sword as how what's the aura, the radius of the aura of light that casts?
Probably the same as a torch, which would be about 15 feet.
I think we all have dark vision except for Caddy Brie.
Except for Caddy Bree. No, never mind. I'm not gonna do that. Uh, yeah,
Yeah, you don't want to divulge that you have it. It could be all sorts of trickery. So let them fight.
yeah.
Would you guys wish to huddle up quickly while the DM takes a quick beer piss? You're welcome to
Mm-mm.
have your corner. All right, I'll be back in
Uh-huh.
like 1 minute.
Do we
Yeah.
have anything? Do we have anything to buff up Thrain?
I'm the buffer.
The
And
only thing I've got left is I can hex. I
Yeah,
can
I
throw
can
a hex.
also hex. I forgot that was a feature of our
but
character, our hex
but
mod.
once
I
but
can
once
end
you
this
do
fight in
that,
1 minute.
yeah, no, don't do that because then the others get involved. We have to honor the rules of the alpha fight.
Yeah.
Just let Thrain beat the shit out of him. He'll
Oh,
do good.
sorry. I didn't mean to click that.
Well, I got
Yeah.
one fourth level spell slot left, so I can just inflict wounds and upcast it to 4th level. That's 4d10.
And you win. You're pretty much getting down to half hit points at 4d10 because
No,
we're 7th level.
take that back. It would be 7d10 plus 3.
70. Well, that's half of his hit points right there. Because 7d10 plus 3 is 73, and half of that would be 70, 37. So that's almost half his hit point and a few of your strikes. You destroy him. Go for it.
Or I could cast Guardian of Faith, which deals 60 damage and then leaves.
No, either way, you're good. Finish him off. This guy's been obnoxious. He can't see reason. He should have joined us.
I
So
was just
kill
trying
him.
to cure him to get him the hell out of here.
Yeah. He's an impediment to our progress back home, anyways. We have 2 sick people that need attending. I hope they're not sick.
Irina, what has become of her?
She's gone. She's a
She's
vampire.
gone.
Yeah, she's a
She's
vampire.
done. All right, we're ready, Hollow.
Okay, so Thrain, are you stepping out of your corner?
Yep, and as I do, I believe I know what I'm going to be doing.
Okay. The werewolf gives you an honorable offer of touching paws, like touching gloves, before it all begins, and that's going to signify the roll of the initiative. Break out the Superman crystal D20
I
for
got it.
this.
Patty Bree just sits on the ground and crosses her legs.
That was a
And
natural 20.
Oh
Oh
my
yeah,
goodness!
that's it.
getting it right.
Sayonara, doggy. Oh man, he's fucked. Oh, Kenny B yells out to the other lycanthropes there. Hey, you want to place a bet on the outcome? She yells it out loud.
And
I don't think they have money.
I just let
Yeah,
out
you
a
know.
really big sigh and shake my head at Caddy Bree, like, ugh.
Uh huh. Uh huh.
one of the werewolves replies at a bark. "Rawr! If your boy loses, I bet you'll be chicken dinner."
But we're not chickens, so
I don't know. People taste like chicken, you know.
mm,
Yeah, you guys are no fun. Kill them all.
Only got to kill one of them.
Just kill one of them.
Thrain, you have the jump on things as the lichen begins kind of like trying to circle around you, like circling around each other in the ring, that type of
Yep.
thing. Looking each other up and down, sizing each other up. Make your move.
I'm just going to take one step towards him, one 10-foot square towards him, and just look at him. Told you I gave you a chance, lad. I don't fight with just my fists. My God has my back. And with that, I will cast Guardian of Faith, my last spell slot. He needs to make a Dexterity 14 saving throw.
Failure. I roll a 13.
Oh god, he's
He takes
toast.
in 20 points of radiant damage.
So a ghost appears and hovers in the area. And with that, there's like this radiant light that spider webs off of the ghost, this guardian of your faith. And the lichen is just lit up by the radiance as if is riding the lightning, man. And when it's all said and done, sizzling, like steam is spilling off of his form.
And before I end my turn, last thing I'm going to tell him is you can still run. You don't have to die here tonight. And that's my turn.
Roll an intimidation check at a disadvantage.
If I throw in a can of spam, would it be with advantage?
Yeah, I
O-
could throw in some of my meat rations.
Only in real life.
That's an 8. I doubt he's taking it.
Yeah. That's yeah. He's not exactly retreating. He soaks the damage accordingly. Sucks it up, Buttercup. Brain. Do you have anything else up your sleeve?
Nope, that's it.
This is going to be interesting. Let's see. What's your AC, sir?
21.
It's going to give me about 25% chance. He launches itself. The werewolf launches itself at you and tries to sink its nasty, toothy maws down into your shoulder. Oh, 19 on the die. Oh my god. I just knocked my keyboard on the ground.
You're getting too
Too
excited.
excited.
I believe that
This
if
is
you
only-
knock these onto the ground, it becomes a natural one, right?
No. Satine Phoenix rules are if the die falls out of the tray.
The die falls. Okay.
Right.
This is only Paul's
So-
second time of hitting me in a game, okay?
It'd be really funny if you are now a vampire and a werewolf.
It's quality, not quantity. It's going to be 13 points of piercing damage. This thing has a hold of your left shoulder and it is not letting go like a pit bull. It is shaking its head back and forth like blood is spurting. Like you feel the shocking jolt of pain rushing through your nervous system, being pumped by your heart. And I need you to roll a saving throw. That's going to be a Constitution save, sir.
Oh, shit.
Would I have that as advantage since I have Warcaster?
Isn't that for concentration? Let me look that up. Really
Yeah.
I don't think that has anything to do with
the other
this. I mean, it's a Hail Mary, but no, I don't think that's going to work.
Oh.
Oof.
No.
Oof.
And with that, the werewolf lets go. And then does like a handspring backflip away from you, exposing itself to an attack of opportunity, perhaps. Because it's right here, handsprings, backflips back. Do you take the shot?
Oh, most definitely.
Good luck to you.
I just have to find my weapon. We'll have to not do that because for some reason my mace is gone.
Uh-oh.
That sounds like a character sheet problem, not a you don't have it sort of problem.
I'm not sure.
Well, in all fairness, I don't use this thing very often, so.
So the wolves, they howl and chuckle in laughter. And they run off into the woods in retreat, full retreat. And you hear one of the wolves spat at you. And it says, "Welcome to the wonderful world of lycanthropy."
Okay.
Yeah, that might make the druid feel uncomfortable. I can imagine that.
You know,
Especially
finish
after
him
he's been
off.
bitten by the
Can't finish him off. He's retreating.
runs off
Right
the
there.
map. So let me see how far off the map. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He can get about here. The rest of them are off the map. Okay. The alpha you still have visual on, but it's just partial because of the foliage in the underbrush and the dark and the fog of the night. Yo! So, Thrain, it's technically your move now. What do you do?
I'm gonna let him leave. That's what I wanted him to do in the first place.
We take one for the team. Yeah, they're gone like wolves in the night.
I'm gonna rush over to you and be like, well, I could heal you a bit, but I can't do anything about that bite and transfer of the curse. Uh, do you know? What do I know about werewolf bites?
Okay. Roll Arcana or a nature check. Whatever's
18.
better for probably nature.
Yeah, they're the same.
Oh, really? Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
You actually
Wouldn't medicine know
know.
something about this?
I'm sorry, what was the question?
So wouldn't medicine also know something about this?
If you have a high medicine check, and if you roll it, you
That's
can find it.
natural medicine though. That's not like
Yeah, and my
Yeah.
medicine's worse than Arcana, so I'll stick
Do
with
we
that.
have a cleric in the crew?
Yeah, he got bit by a werewolf.
Yeah.
Well,
He just
but
got.
he himself would know if there is a cure for lycanthropy after you get bit, or he should know, part of his clerical training.
well,
Or
potentially given
Dr.
depending on
Van Rick.
experience. Right. Mm-hmm.
We've
Well,
got a doctor.
that's
We've got a
correct, but
supernatural doctor
Well,
that we're
well,
trying to get to.
well. Hey, Vinka, you would know that if lycanthropy is
lycanthropy.
setting in, it's not too late for him. You notice him trying to remove the curse of a full blown
Don't say that.
werewolf, and you know that that's not going to work. Remove curse doesn't work after lycanthropy has fully set in. However, you know that there is a short window of time when remove curse can work if the lycanthropy has yet to fully set in, and now is that window. The timer has started.
Okay.
That's right. Remove
Um,
curse can do it.
can you remove curse from yourself? Do you have the ability now? Uh,
Let's see. I can restore a second level slot. So let's say what's it is.
if
No, I cannot.
Oh, okay. We need to run like
As
Yeah.
fast as we
as
can
fast as we can
to get to the doctor before the
to
curse
get to
sets in.
town. Yeah,
Yes.
because no one else has remove curse, right? No one else
Nope.
can do that.
Nope.
Nope.
We need a cleric. We need hopefully Dr. Von Richten has clerical abilities. Otherwise, our dear buddy is going to be a doggy man.
Okay, Thrain, can you run in your state, or would some healing help you to run faster?
I think I can still run. I'm only at half.
Okay. Uh,
It's just enough talking. Let's run.
Yep.
yeah.
Run.
I vaguely look around and be like, oh, Whispers disappeared again. Okay, let's just go. No stealth. Who cares?
He knows where we're
And
going.
yeah.
Let's get there in time.
All right, breaking out that old school overland map once again.
Mm-hmm.
So, looking at this. By the way, I did a pretty good job of photoshopping this shit
It's
together, right?
Yes,
It's
beautiful.
not
it's
perfect,
beautiful.
but
It's
it works.
beautiful.
Yeah, it is.
So are these hexagons like 10 miles?
Oh, it
Oh, 10.
says somewhere.
Where's the
Yeah, it is.
key?
200
Hex.
feet.
No, hexagons on the big map are 10 miles.
No, the hexes on
No,
this one are
not.
200.
Yeah, it's
200?
different.
200
200
feet.
feet.
Okay.
Yep. So you guys are, let's just say you're around
D.
D.
The D.
Um, okay. Would it be? You said this riverbed is pretty dry, but there's a possibility of a lake ahead. Should we cut back to the path? Because we can go faster through path.
That's a good
No, I
idea.
think we should like run alongside, like along these here, right? And we can cut like where
Like
in the
this,
map.
kind of like
This
this.
is the chapel. Is E4, if I remember right, is that uh the Griffin Manor down here?
Oh,
Or is
oh,
it
you mean Ismark and Irina's
Ismark's
place, the
place.
Burgomaster's
Yeah,
Manor?
mm-hmm.
That's actually in Town Square.
yeah. That's
E1?
is this the chapel
I think
Yes.
or
so.
their church?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Would we want to head to the chapel or would we want to head to Ismark's place?
Go to
Well,
the chapel. There's a cleric there.
yeah,
There
I
should be
mean
a
if
cleric
we
there.
totally if we run across the riverbank to about here and then
Yeah, like
sorry,
try to
sorry,
do
yeah.
something like this.
Exactly that. And then we can at least get him to the chapel, get him into a cleric's pace, and then one of us can continue on to Lord Weatherby's, or sorry, Griffin Manor, and get Ismark and find out if Van Richten has arrived yet.
Yeah, that sounds like actually that's a shorter distance than trying the path or trying the
Yeah,
road to get to
yeah.
Ismark Place first. Okay. You could also use your Erie token to call and see if you didn't get a response back, but you could be like,
I
send Van Richten to the chapel.
Yes. Okay, that's a great plan. I will send another message to Ismark and says things have gotten worse. We need Van Richten at the chapel now, now, now.
Okay. You send that off into the dark of the hopes of something, and some semblance of hope, maybe. Uh, out here, hope is the most precious commodity, or it typically is non existent from what you've experienced out here.
The whole Erie token thing is from here. It's a Ravenloft thing.
Yeah. Um, any water, no, not water. Any like rough terrain, difficult terrain we encounter, I can smooth over with mold earth to help us go faster.
Hmm. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, because you never know what you're going to be encountering. Uh, also,
Yeah.
also, you know that if you wish to backdoor the chapel, if you wish to backdoor the church and approach that way, you're going to have to get across that river.
Okay, then what's it
I
called?
thought you said it was a dry riverbed.
Oh no, the riverbed itself is dried out, but like the river's not dried out. The
Okay, then I cast water walk on all of us.
oh, there we go. So, are you going to be the first person to test it out? And if you do, when you walk on water, do you have a cool catchphrase?
Um, no, I don't, but yes, I will be the first one. So I'm actually going to pull out the sun sword so that we have a light radius so Catty Bree can see and keep up with us and be like, okay, follow me, and I just run across start running onto the water. Be like, keep up if you want to be able to see.
Okay, so you totally, totally walk on water, get to the other side, and I mean, maybe the rest of the party is thinking, wow, the ground is overrated.
Yeah, Catti and Pi have had the benefit of water walk spell before.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mhm.
Thrain's just going to trudge across. He didn't care if it went in or not.
The other side. So Ravenloft looming above it all. You would see it if even clearer now. If you look up above the canopy of the dark wood, you'd see a darker silhouette looming above everything. Lightning cracks the air, seeing this horrific feeling. You may suddenly have this feeling of dread wash over you, even though you successfully walked on the water and got to the side. Like the feeling that you are, even though you walked on water, you are far up the creek without a paddle. You have some wilderness to explore in order to get to the church appropriately. Who knows what darkness lays in hiding between you and the sanctuary? How do you wish to proceed exactly? Is there a marching order or anything you'd like to present?
I'll be in the front with the bright night light,
So Catti
essentially.
should be right
Yeah,
behind
Catti
you.
should be right next to or behind me.
That's true. Okay.
I think Helalim. Wait, is Helalim? Wait, where are we?
Thrain,
What night is it?
Rain.
What's going on?
Sorry,
Oh, yes, that's
Rain
what they used to call
should.
me. Get off.
Rain should be after that, and I should pull up the rear, watching our backs.
so just a quick question here. I have been bit by a vampire and a freaking werewolf.
Yep.
Sounds
Am
like a
I
Yep.
party.
about to become the guy from
Under
Underworld?
the abomination. You know, like in all the world darkness. I don't know if you ever played vampire or werewolf, like any of that shit. But like in all world darkness, I mean, there's a lot of dark shit, but there's nothing that is considered more of an abomination to the world darkness than a hybrid vampire werewolf character. You know, you think half elves aren't accepted by either side of their society? Yeah, become an abomination in the world darkness.
Well, we know, based upon our information, that remove curse, if given in time, will reverse the lycanthropy. But what we don't know is there anything that could prevent vampirism?
And we're walking and talking, so we're still going.
Yeah.
Right. I
You
mean,
know,
this is the kind of
and then
I've
conversation I like to have when I'm walking through the dark woods.
and then you can
I'm keeping
see.
up a pretty fast pace too. Like, you guys are too slow. Come on.
That's right. We got to get to the church on time. Come on, guys. It's a matter of life and death. And you can see that Candy Breeze starting to sweat a little bit, and she's looking really, really nervous.
Don't worry, lass. I'll always be on time for my own death.
You're not dying. You're just gonna be a vampire werewolf, maybe.
Mm-hmm. But, she says, but if Uncle Thimbledorf Flint was able to remove the vampirism, you can too, but it took an act of a god to do that. She's worried as hell.
That the party travels into the deep forests of Barovia. I cannot think of a better time to jump to break real quick. Go to our 10-minute intermission. All right, when we cut scene, allow me to do my wizarding thing behind the curtain, get things prepped, and we'll be back in, say, 10 minutes. Okay?
Very
All
good.
right.
Bye
Excellent.
bye. I'm back.
Hey, what's up?
That was startling. I wasn't expecting it.
I'm back. We're good.
Loved. I love Ravenloft. It allows me to sort of like flex my inner Stephen King. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, I
Mm-hmm.
know what you mean.
Dude,
So,
I met Stephen King once.
really?
Yeah, he
Yeah.
was he was he was actually really good to me. This was back when my band was together, back in the '90s, right? It was like 1997. My band had already launched 15 fucking bands, and I was just a kid, right? How we rolled in South Florida. We were badass fucking kids. And we go down, I take my girlfriend down to the Miami Book Show, the Miami Book Fair, which was just down the street because I grew up in Fort Lauderdale, Pompano. And who the fuck, guess who was playing that night? Stephen fucking King. Turns out he's been a guitar player his whole life, and he has a 1950s doo-wop cover band, right? And Stephen King's cover band was playing. They were headlining the book show, right?
Nice.
And the band played, and uh, it was in Bicentennial Park. Was it Bicentennial Park? No, it was no, it was the Bayfront. No, it was the Bayfront Amphitheater, where that was it. The Pearl Jam riot happened there around that time. I don't fucking remember. Anyway, because they the radio station announced Pearl Jam was at Bayfront Park. You can just come and hang out and hang outside of the gates and listen to the music. And like the entire city showed up and stormed the gates. Anyway, so after the fucking Stephen King show, and by the way, Stephen King they even put him on vocals for a song, like the last song or some shit. And I don't know, he played like, oh, I don't fucking remember what he played, like, oh, girl, where can my baby be or something, and some 1950s shit. And then I get to the side of the stage after the show, and there are all these fucking people just, I mean, they are literally fucking like just running each other over to get Stephen King's attention and to get him to sign something. It was like fucking awful to see that level of inhumanity in these grown ass adults. And me and my girlfriend, we're like, we're 17, and I've got my copy of The Stand, my hardcover copy of The Stand, and I'm trying to get him to sign it, but like we keep getting brushed, like fucked up by all these adults who are trying to push past us. And Stephen King saw me and my girl getting suffocated by all these assholes, and Stephen King goes, no, 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 back up, no, look, kid, come here, come here, come here. And I said, can you sign this for me, please, sir? I want to be an author just like you when I grow up. And he grabs my copy of The Stand and he goes, what's your name, kid? And this is what's so amazing about it, is that I told him, well, my name's Justin. He's the only person, look, I'm about to turn 45 this year. He's the only person in my entire life I've ever told him my name once, and he spelled it right, just right off the bat. And he goes, to Justin, best wishes, Stephen King. And he spelled my name right. He didn't spell it Justin. He spelled it Jestin. I just said it to him once. The guy's a literary genius. He proved it to me one day. The guy's a fucking genius.
I read one of his books as a young teen, and it was meant for, like, I think he originally wrote it for his kids, so it wasn't one of his scary books.
Mm.
And I loved it. It was so amazing. But I have been terrified of reading any of his books, like any of his like adult scary books.
Mm-hmm.
I've got one on my bookshelf that I've been looking at for a year.
Mm. Which one's
and
that?
I have not yet read it.
What is it?
Finders Keepers.
Oh, okay. No, I haven't gotten into that one.
Right, and I know the whole Dark Tower series is this thing. Like there's so many books of his, and I'm so terrified of his writing because he's so good. I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't know if I could handle you.
I mean, the fucking guy will literally write a 50-page backstory on a character, and then on page 51, he'll kill the character. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah,
He's done for.
I don't know if I can handle. I'm building up the courage to read one adult Stephen King book.
Well, I read Salem's Lot in the 6th grade,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and for like 10 years, I could never look through a window at night.
Yeah,
Like when I was inside a house, I could never look outside of a window ever
I
again after
read
that.
this summary of Pet Cemetery and had a problem. The summary. Yeah, no, he's a genius and knows exactly how to mess with your mind for an extended period of
Mm-hmm.
time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Something else, man. Something else. Well, by the I got so obsessed with Stephen King and trying to write like him when I was like in 5th, 6th grade. Then by the 7th grade, I got into Dragonlance, and then I never read another Stephen King book again. You know what I mean? It was all D and
Yep.
D and Dragonlance. Like it totally superseded it. But if you really want something that's interesting, before we end this topic, if you want to check out a Stephen King book that's like not a forever read that you'll never finish, if you want
Mm-hmm.
something you can actually finish, check out Cycle of the Werewolf. It is,
Cycle of the Werewolf.
yeah, Cycle of the Werewolf. It is what inspired the movie Silver Bullet in that book. The Cycle of the
Okay.
Werewolf is where it all started. Oh, yeah. It's only like
Yeah.
50 pages or something. It's fucking fantastic. Anyway,
Yeah. He is such a genius that he's such a genius that I'm terrified to read him.
yeah. I mean, he's such a badass author. He had to write under an assumed name for a few years because, like, that's he had to survive. The Bachman books, Running Man, and all that.
He did Running Man?
Yeah, but he didn't write Running Man as Stephen King. He wrote it under an assumed name, Richard Bachman. So
I
if you
didn't
look
know.
at Running Man and the credits and all that, it'll say it's written by Richard Bachman. It's actually Stephen King, and he had to do that because he's such a hardcore, like death march fucking writer,
Yeah.
dude. That's why he has to live out in the middle of nowhere in Maine. He can't live in normal society. He's too respected. Hey Donnie, you with us, man?
He was.
Give him a minute. Yeah, I used to before I
I'm
got into
here.
D
I
and
was
D
on
as
mute.
as a dungeon master, I used to write horror stories in like the 6th grade, and then my horror stories, I'd write these short stories. They'd be like 20 pages long. All the students would pass them around. It was like this underground copy that all the students would pass them around, and the teachers would pass it around and read my short stories, and they were like be straight up fucked up werewolf shit and stuff because I love Cycle of the Werewolf so much, you know. Yeah, so that's my roots. So like, that's why I always say anybody that wants to learn writing, you need to purchase Stephen King's book called On Writing because he'll tell you how to set up a writing quota and all that and really do it professionally.
Well,
Anyway,
good.
yeah,
Let's get back to recording.
let's get back to this shit. So, oh, by the way, I kind of feel like we should have a Stephen King book to sell right now and like take in 10%.
Right?
Mhm.
What the fuck?
Hail to the king.
Yeah, hail to the king. That's right.
Yep,
Hail
yep,
to
yep.
King.
All right. So
Kneel to
tell
the
us when
throne.
we're ready to go back online, so we'll get our
We're
game
ready.
on.
Let's do this shit. So the party trudges on into the dark fog of the Barovian night. And you travel on like death is on your shoulder and could leap out at you from the darkness at any moment. It is a paranoid journey through the mist, to say the least. After covering great time once you've gotten to the far side of the river, you finally see a top of a slight rise against the, almost like against the very roots of Castle Ravenloft's pillars, domes. There's this gray, sagging edifice of stone and wood. This church has weathered the assaults of evil for centuries on end, and is, you can see it is worn and weary. The bell tower hangs to one side, its sweet tone long silenced. Flickering light shines through holes burned through the roof shingle, the rafters. They strain feebly against the load. Breathe a sigh of relief. Your sanctuary is in sight. How do you wish to move forward?
Quickly.
Quickly to the
Right?
church
I'm
on
still
time.
rushing everyone.
We got to
We've
get
been
to the
into this
church on
church
time.
before, so
Yep.
Hmm.
Trying to
uh,
remember the name of the priest.
Do you have that, Renee? Do you remember?
Like I said, this is why I want the notes in the actual game, because I have to do a lot of back scrolling to find those
oh,
particular notes.
Father Donovic.
Oh, hallelujah. Father
Bless you,
Donovan.
dear. Bless you.
I have little collapsible slight worse notes than yours, but some notes, collapsible things, so I can be like, what session was it? Um,
Yeah, like, oh my god, that session was years ago in
Mm-mm.
Japan? I'm expecting to
It
remember that.
was. It was. I'm
Well,
like, I'm so my notebook, like I realized that I actually need to buy several notebooks now because my notebook has all of the notes from every single game we've played. So I'm like rolling back through all of the pages like, no wait, that was Vecna, no wait, that was Icewind Dale. Ah!
so how is the church in sight now?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
um,
Caddy Bree breaks out into a run.
yeah, I was just gonna say, hey, Caddy Bree, can you go get the father's attention?
Yeah, I take off like a bat out of hell. I ran to the entryway and I am knocking furiously on the door saying, Father Donovan, we need your help. It's urgent.
Bang on the door as a cold rain starts filtering the air. And there is not an immediate answer as you bang on the door frantically. 3 seconds goes by. Still no answer.
I keep on pounding on the door, yelling his name until I get hoarse.
It's a chapel, aren't they? Always unlocked.
Maybe in the prime material plane. But this is the domain of dread. This is Barovia!
Yeah,
Barovia.
hoping.
So
There's
I will also run up to the chapel, and if she's not getting any kind of response, I'm gonna look up. Are there any like windows or you know entrances like higher up that I can spider climb to?
Okay, go ahead and roll a perception check.
Oh no! Oh no! That's a 9. 9.
Uh, you would notice that you notice very little.
Mm-hmm.
So, there's no easy way of putting it. Uh, it seems as if stumped. And right when maybe, maybe that small commodity of hope is about to be vanquished from your heart, there, the door, the main door of the sanctuary there begins clattering, and you hear a bunch of locks, and then the door groans open. Caddy Bree, you're the one that's right there, as well as
Mm-hmm.
I think Vinka's still there and Thrain as well. Uh, so you would see that there is this figure standing in the doorway
Mm-hmm.
wearing a white robe that is dirtied and grayed and has spots of blood on it here and there, stained accordingly. And this man, he's got slightly overgrown regular boy's cut, a grizzled beard as overgrown as his overgrown hair on his head. And he looks at you with like this this look like he is immediately judging you. And then he says, but his judgment is soft and precious. What brings you this way from the darkness? Please come inside. Your
Do I
friends
recognize him?
and yourself are safe here.
Do I recognize him as Father Donovan that we met before?
Yeah.
And I can't even upon when she recognizes Father Donovan, she wails and she starts to cry and throws herself into the arms of Father Donovan, saying, Father, Father, one of our guys has been bit by a lycanthrope. Help him, please.
Quickly, come inside before the curse fully takes hold.
Yeah. I will rush Thrain along and be like, okay, I think we might have help.
Yeah, I follow just kind of dizzily. I'm not kind of all there right now.
The
And we
interior is in shambles. I'm talking about like overturned, broken benches littering the dusty floor. See the altar up there, claw scarred. There is a faint scent of rotten decay in the air.
Is the altar still intact?
Yeah, the dim light shines upon the altar, and you see that, yeah, it's still intact. But it is a scarred edifice compared to what it once was.
Well, Canterbury basically sighs in relief, thinking, at least the holiness is still here. The altar hasn't been defiled. And I say, hurry, Father, hurry. It's a full moon tonight as well.
Always a full moon in Barovia.
Oh, yeah.
Tell me, child, where have you been bitten?
I'm gonna assume that I'm coming through the door around this time and be like, no, it's not her, it's him, as I gesture to Thrain, who I'm still trying to like hurry through the door.
It's him, Father. Thrain, our warrior. He got bit in the neck.
He's also a cleric.
Cleric, you twit.
More of a cleric than a warrior.
Be nice.
We can all be warriors, but still. This is Thrain. This
Yeah,
is Father Donovic.
he's been bit by a werewolf and a vampire.
Oh yes, also, do you know anything about vampire bites?
Donovic starts mumbling something under his breath in a different language you might not understand. It's
Mm.
very
What
whimsical and
language?
rhyming.
First things first, can you cure him from his potential lycanthropy? It hasn't set in yet, right?
The
What language?
Nosferatu that did this. When he drained your blood, did he make you lose consciousness?
Oh, he didn't drain the
No.
blood. He just bit.
No. He just bit him.
Then you should be fine. You were not
Oh,
afflicted with vampirism.
Ah,
okay.
Oh,
Because
thank you,
I
guys.
Vinka just has like she just like visibly relaxes, like, oh,
However, in the process, did you drink his blood, even but a drop?
not that I
no,
recall.
none of
No.
us did.
None of us. No.
We didn't even make him bleed, did we?
Nope.
Mm-mm.
No, but there were a few of you that drank the wine.
The gods bless us then.
No, not a few of us. Only Caddy
Only
Bree.
Caddy Bree.
Oh,
Yeah.
unless there was
Yeah,
blood in
but
the
I
wine
didn't
and
drink.
you've already a ghoul without knowing. But
No,
did
it
you
was still
taste?
there.
What was the wine like? Did you? Was it a sweet wine? Was it a bitter wine?
It was a fruity wine.
Ah, then I would say that it still potentially have been corrupted. You could be ghouls. But as far
Okay.
as full-on vampirism's concerned, no, not if you didn't lose consciousness.
Good. And
Good.
then the wolf prick that bit me in the neck. You got anything for that?
Oh, that wound looks rough. It looks fresh. This happened tonight, didn't it?
Less than
He,
2 hours ago.
he sinked his teeth in him.
Ugh, yeah, that must sting. I will
Yes.
see to it.
We were told, Father, that a removed curse could stop it. Is that true?
Currently, in this phase of the process, yes, removing the curse can block the transformation. But if we wait too long, it'll be too late. It's something we must have to attend to immediately. We're going to have
Okay,
any
let's
hope.
do that. We'll leave you to that, and I motion for Caddy Bree and Pie to come. Be like, okay, we need to like huddle up and talk about what else we're doing.
Yep. Thank you,
Um,
Doctor. Or thank you, Your Holiness.
I will
And I'll
Father.
move on.
prepare the component sacrament while you speak amongst yourselves.
Okay. Pie, did you get a response back from Ismark?
Nothing.
Nothing.
No.
Either he's asleep or Arena got free and he's dead. Should one of us run over there?
I will.
Or should
I will
should
volunteer for that. I've got the fastest movement, and I will give you an eerie token so that I can
but I
communicate with you.
but I could also give you an eerie token.
Or far out. You give me an eerie
Yeah, I'll give
token.
you
You
one just
haven't
for
done it
in
yet.
case.
Cut
Yeah.
off a nail and give me an eerie token,
No,
lady.
I'm gonna break off a piece of my twiggy looking hair
Yeah.
and give it to you.
We
Okay.
call him Jordy around here.
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic. And I will wrap your hair around my ring finger, like braid it around my ring finger like a little ring. That is my eerie token to you. And I will take off running for Griffin Manor, and I will communicate with you as soon as I have any information.
Father Donovic, he shows up, interrupting conversation with the holy symbol of the Morning Lord. And he asks humbly, "Are you ready?" This will only hurt just a little.
And be at it then.
He's
That
tough.
he raises this, it's almost like a platinum medallion. He raises it, and then almost like he's trying to cauterize a wound. He slaps it down upon your shoulder. Upon impact, your flesh begins sizzling and popping and burning. You feel the pain racking through your system, and Father Donovic begins speaking a prayer in a language you do not understand. It's almost like he's speaking in Latin or something. And
Mm.
when he gets to the grand crescendo of his prose, the pain stops as you take it in. You're trembling. Your whole body is trembling. And then the wound, its pain, starts subsiding. And when that much pain begins to subside, it's kind of like an orgasm. In like a really strange way that you may have never experienced pain before. And then Father Donovic removes the holy symbol from the wound. Shakily, you may cautiously look over at your shoulder, and your flesh has been restored. You
Do we
feel
see
a
us
balance with yourself, anyway.
when we look
Balanced.
when we look at the scar or where the scar was? Do we see any residue of where the bite was, or it's all clean and whole?
Well, it looks like any clothing and armor there, still like torn, but his flesh is as clean as a whistle, like a newborn babe.
Wow. Yeah, the kitty bee then turns to Father Donovic and she says to him, Father, thank you so much for saving this noble person. He is a great, great person. Thank you for helping.
Are you hungry? Feed you, my children. You're safe here.
But you have barely any food for yourself. The place looks ransacked. What happened here?
Assaulted by the undead on a nightly basis. The spirits rise from the graves in the cemetery out back. Nightly. They
Does
flood
the
the
chapel
castle.
look worse than when we were here the first time?
It looks just as fucked up.
Okay.
Just as
So we would have
upside
already
down as it
known.
did before.
Yeah. Okay.
What are your food reserves like? We should be giving you food.
Cadbury doesn't need to eat anymore. She's eaten
Yeah,
enough.
she had a feast.
And that's why I'm not saying that. I'm asking him what are the conditions of his food stores? Because he might need food.
Brian's gonna look over at Cadbury and go, "Oh, you're a farmer now, lass. So are you a fighter, a princess, and a farmer? Oh,
Not a
that's pretty
farmer.
unique."
We can give him rations if he needs it more than we do. And particularly, I just ate. Okay. So I ask him, "Do you have enough food, Father?"
That's as needed. The morning Lord will provide. You know, I'm not originally from Barovia. I'm not a Barovian, so to speak. Came here from outside these lands, just like yourselves. Church, gorged upon by darkness on all sides, and I have taken upon myself to rebuild, to create a sanctuary of some semblance of hope. Wicked place. You are safe here for now, shall we?
I'd be more
Uh,
interested in rest myself.
yeah, I more need a nap
And
slash
rest.
long night's sleep, but uh, whoa, I just forgot what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
But you
I
must
will.
understand that the this darkness of the night upon sleep can bring street style things, to my understanding.
Yeah, and we need to. Okay, we need to get in contact with Pi again.
See what's going
So
on.
I will send a message to Pi. Slash, do we need to jump over to what's going on with her?
Hey, Pi,
Yeah.
are you still outside? Did you not come in with everybody else, or are you?
No, I went running to the Griffin Manor.
Oh,
Yep. That's what. That she
Yeah.
wasn't there.
I
I
did miss
was
that.
running to Ismark.
All right, interesting. Very interesting. Okay. So while this is all going down, okay, if you're full blast towards town
Yeah.
square,
Yep.
it wouldn't be long until you just pass the Blood of the Vine Tavern. And just a couple doors down is this weary looking mansion. It squats behind a rusting iron fence, and the iron gates are all twisted and torn. The right gate lies cast aside while the left swings crazily in the wind, and the stuttering squeal and clang of the gate repeats with mindless precision. There are these weeds that choke the ground and press with menace upon the house itself. Yet against the walls, the growth has been trotting upon a stripped. These once finished walls, it looks like monsters have crawled all upon them. And great black blottings tell of the fires that have assailed this place. Not a pane nor shard of glass stands in any window. All the windows marks with stains, evil omen.
I will run up the side of the manor and go through a second story window where I know that because I'm fairly familiar with the layout of this castle, so I'm gonna go through where um, maybe our guest room last was, and go through there and and then try to search for Ismark or make my way to the room where Irina once was being held.
Okay. Some second story work, huh?
Mm-hmm.
You have a climber's kit? How you planning to do
I
it?
have spider climb boots.
Yeah, that'll do it. You don't need that zero level peasant shit. You have spider climb boots.
Mm-hmm.
Slip into a window. And the bedroom is fully made up. Fancy. Full of fancy shit. And maybe for a moment, just a quick flashing moment, you're not sure if maybe you're the vampire right now. All silent in this darkened room. You've taken the area seemingly unnoticed.
I will move forward with stealth, looking for Ismark primarily, but making my way towards the room that I know Irina was in, just to get outside the door and listen if I don't run into Ismark between here and there.
So you move out into the hall to begin things.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It is one of those crazy like Saw movie situations, the hall, where there might be lights. The light is being broken like a broken light fixture, flashing in and out, strobing. And for a second, when you first get into the hall, strobing in between light and darkness, you see at the edge of the hall, beautiful maybe once, now in a nightgown that is bathed in blood. And
Oh
she
shit.
flashes into the frame for a couple seconds, a couple blinks of the light in the darkness and the strobing aura, and then she's gone. Whisper in your ear.
Okay. Um, if she's disappeared, I'm going to move forward to I'm making a big assumption here that that was Irina and she's covered in blood, probably of Ismark. So moving forward on that suspicion.
Oh, yeah, unfortunately,
I'm
you
gonna
know her
creep.
that well. You know, it's her.
Yeah, yeah. I creep forward to the door where I know she had been held, and if it's open, I will peek in. If it's still locked, I'm gonna listen at the door to see if I hear anything.
First thing I heard is you're checking it to see if it's locked, and it turns and clicks. It is unlocked. Absolutely, you're not hearing anything other than your heartbeat and the tension, the
Yep.
suspense.
I I will open the door and very like sort of where I'm like I'm gonna crouch really low because I'm a small creature. I'm gonna crouch low, kind of off to the side where the hinges of the door are, and push it open and like lay low to the ground and peek in to see if anything moves or if there's any sounds before I fully enter the room.
Okay. Go ahead and roll that full on perception check.
21.
Ooh, oddly enough. And maybe it's just Miss playing tricks on you. But it seems clear.
Okay. I will go in and search the room. Last we left it, Irina was tied to the bed. So looking first there to see if she's there, and if not, because I suspect that the figure that I just saw was probably her. I'm also looking for a body. If Ismark has been damaged or whatever. So I'm searching the room.
It sounds like this is a full-on investigation when you break into the room.
Yep. Yep.
You're just not looking around. Okay, go ahead and roll an investigation check.
Oh no! What?
Not again.
Your paranoia gets the best of you, and it keeps interrupting your train of thought. Area seems clean. The bed is completely made up. There's no Irina here. This is her.
I'm like, with a 5, I would at least notice if there was a body on the fucking floor.
Well, passively, your passive perception would have picked that up. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, okay. There's no
Yeah,
body.
no body. No body. No, we're not there.
Okay. There's nobody in the room. Irina's gone. Okay. I will send a message to Vinka telling her I'm in Irina's room. She is gone. I think I just saw her covered in blood, and then she disappeared. Still searching the manor. And if she responds, great. Otherwise, I'm going to keep searching the manor to try to find Ismark.
I would respond to that I'm assuming this is probably long enough where Rain is fine. Do you want us to join you?
You get a message and
Yes,
you're deep
please.
in this shit. Just please is the response.
Yes, please.
Smart move, especially with the vampire on the loose. So, do you tell us, Finko, what's going on?
Yeah, so quick pause in Pie's adventuring. Be like, Irina's free. We should get there. Thank you, Father, for your help, but we have pressing shit to deal with. Let's go.
Yeah, we're out of here. Did we have any rest while we were there? I think we did, didn't we?
You've not allowed me to say the morning Lord's prayer. And then you guys are gone already.
Yell over my shoulder. Say it for us on the go.
I guess
Thank you.
I'll just say the prayer while I do the dishes.
Lord Lavander will wish us to save us all. We're on a mission from the gods. And off we go.
Vision from God.
Yeah, we'll come back to them when
Right.
we're
So
done.
while they're en route to me, I am going to be that dumbass person who just keeps searching. So I'm going to keep moving through the castle looking for Irina or Ismark.
Suddenly, you hear a knock. And you look over your shoulder, and there, in the doorway of Irina's room, is Ismark. The oldest son of the burgomaster has passed away. And he says, I always knew we were going to run into each other again, but I didn't think it would be like this.
Did you just say Ismark's? Basically, this is Ismark's ghost who just walked through the door. Did I hear that
No,
right?
no, no, no. Ismark. It's Ismark.
Oh, it's Ismark. Okay, I thought you said
Yeah.
he was dead.
Oh no. But
Ismark came.
what he said was, what he says was, I always knew we were going to run into each other again, but not like this.
Okay. Um, I respond and say, "We just barely escaped von Strahd's castle. Um, I think your sister's lost, and we are trying to save what we can of the town. Have you had any other communication with him since we've been gone?"
Magnetism. He's taken to my sister. No.
He will not let her go. We tried. She's gone. He will not let her go. And we are not powerful enough to kill him. Have you been in touch with Van Richten? Has he arrived yet?
No. But a package has
Have you
arrived.
heard from him?
Package has arrived instead of Van Richten. A package that has shown up in the names for you and your friends. And I fear opening it. It is dripping with blood.
Open it.
No.
Give it to me. Give it to me. We need to know what's happening because we are dangerously close to losing this battle. He is a very powerful lord. We can still beat him, but we can also lose. We need everything we've got. Bring me the package now.
Downstairs. I dare not touch it.
And follow him downstairs.
And he leads you, through the hall of the creaking wooden floorboards underfoot, down the steps, and into the foyer area, and off to that that study off to the side. You first met Arena, actually, and there is a box on the table. Its foundations is sagging due to the blood it seems to be sitting in. And his Mark looks over at you and he goes, I dare not ask what's in the box.
I fucking open it. Push him out of the way, and I open it.
You bust that open and you find a severed head. And Ismar gasps. The severed head is twisted and discolored its face like wrenched in horror, like in its death throes, and of course with a bit of necrosis set in over a few days. And Ismark gasps, "It is my messenger! It is Julie, who I sent to give word to Van Rick." And then suddenly, the severed head comes to life within its pool of blood. Spur. from the severed head begins speaking. Shadows grasp. My breath was torn. Herald slain. A fate forsworn. This head now speaks, though life is fled. A warning carved in lips of the dead. The fangs of dusk in crimson grin. The master knows he draws you in. Your steps are watched. Your veins are red. He drinks your fate. Soon you'll join the dead. The moon is false. Barovian stars betray. The hunter laughs. His hounds obey. Turn back while breath remains, or join me here. And the head finally falls totally dead once again. And when it falls dead again, right when you think it's over, it might startle you, for suddenly it lets out a blood-curdling scream as the head crumbles to dust and bone in like fast forward time.
Okay. With disgust, is there like a fireplace in the area?
Yeah, there is a fireplace in
Yeah.
the den here, but it's cold. It's not lit up.
Well, I will light up the fireplace, and then I'm gonna toss the skull in the package basically into the fire, and I'm gonna turn and look at Ismark, and I'm gonna like, where the fuck is Van Richten? Give us directions now.
Ismark shakes his head. Wrong.
Wait, what?
He says, I thought I could reach him. It's wrong. He holds his hand up to his head like he's trying to like hold in
his
puke.
Where? Where is he? Where did you send your messenger to?
Mordant.
Mordant.
Post.
Okay. Mordant on the coast. Do you have any more specific information? Because I've been to Mordant and I can get back there. So if you want any chance of surviving this, we need Van Richten. So you fucking tell me where in Mordant he is.
I didn't know. I send message. Get back a severed head.
I walk up and I slap him. Get your shit together.
Yeah, I don't care. I'm just your bitch. Damn it, woman. Damn it, woman. Won't you save the sound? I don't know what to do. I'm not my father. I don't have his strength.
Slap him again.
Be the
I kick him in the balls. I'm gonna beat him until he is fucking lying on the ground, crying like a baby, and shuts the fuck up. And then I'm gonna roll him over onto his back, and I'm gonna put my foot on his throat, and I'm going to look him dead in the eye, and be like, "Bitch, if you want to survive, you will grow up, drop some balls, and start acting like a man. Now,
You know that
I
gold piece bonus I was promising you and your friends? You can fucking forget about that now, lady.
I push my foot further into his throat. I don't care about your gold. I want to live. I want to live. I want your sister. I don't know that we can save your sister. I'll try to save her. But I want to save your town. And I want to save Mordant. There's a lot going on here. And you are a pussy. And I need you to fucking man up. Now, tell me where Van Richten is. Where did you send your messenger? And I push down.
Okay, I sent it in the morning.
Where?
The miss delivered back to me.
Where? Where?
The miss, okay. It's to the miss. How you get to Morden. Morden either takes you there, it doesn't. You see what happens when it doesn't.
Fucking pussy. And I kick him hard in the temple and knock his shit out. And then I go back towards the chapel to my friends.
Yeah, I think we would have at least reached the house.
We would be
No, not by
no,
then.
No.
I was there
no.
way ahead of you.
This goes
Okay.
really fast.
I knocked his dumb ass out.
Yeah, the interaction between the two would be very quick. We would be probably a third of the way there while this was going down.
Yeah. He's a pussy, and I just kicked his shit out. Irina's gone. He's a wuss.
Your whole
we
family
need to get
died.
to Morden because that's where Van Richten is.
Not everybody is a brave heart. Obviously, is Mark.
Yeah.
Also,
No,
right.
he's a little wussy. That's what he is.
Yeah. And Pi, being the monk, like she has a short temper, and Monk should have a better temper, but she kind of got actually kicked out for her impatience with people. So she just took control there. Realized that this guy is not helpful. He's not. He's a useless bum, and we can't, like, if we're gonna get out of here, he's nothing to us. So we need to get back to Mordant. So I head back to the chapel. If I meet you guys on the way, my recommendation is that we go back to the
let me interrupt there. Because just as you exit the Burgomaster's Manor, see your friends arriving.
Right. I tell them, basically, I give them the short version of what just went down, and I'm like, we need to get back to the chapel, and we need to go to sleep, and we need to go back to Mordant, because that is where Van Richten is, and he is the only one who can help us. That pussy is
That
nothing.
sounds like a plan. But you beat him up good, huh?
Fuck yeah. Knocked his shit out. What a dumbass he is.
So does that mean we're not going to get paid?
I don't care about your pay.
We already got paid.
Yeah, we got our pay up front.
Yeah, we did. Thank God for that. No, I'm not going to shut the fuck up.
Okay.
You shut the fuck up. And I blocked the smack, and it's full on.
I'm so mad at this point because everything we've done so far has been for nothing. And all we're doing at this point is trying to save our lives. So I smack that little 16-year-old.
Nope, and I block it. And I won't let her touch a royal. And I get really angry and I say, you do that again, and it's on.
Okay, here's what happens. Okay?
Let's do a roll-off.
Let's do a post-grapple check.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm rolling.
Guidance on Pi.
Oh, shit.
No interference.
Look at that. It's like
I'm just gonna look at Thrain and be like, so you think the cleric will watch our bodies if they stay here as we go to the other place? like just ignoring them.
He's got a lot on his plate, so hopefully he can, and hopefully we have bodies to return to.
Yeah,
Hopefully.
we don't even know if our bodies stay here. So
Well, I disengage. I say this is not worth it. Let's just go.
No, I smack you.
No, you
I
don't. And
smack
I
you
block
hard.
you. Nope.
No,
Okay,
Then you
you have
don't.
to
I
roll the
just rolled
You
a
opposed
don't.
grapple check.
25.
You got to be at
Opposed grapple.
25.
25. Beat that.
I will try, but I don't stop. Even if I get hit, it's full on. That's it.
Cool. You have been such a snot. I am at this point. I'm so pissed off.
You've been
If you wanna
abusive.
go
She
for it,
says. She
I will
says
go
you've
for
been
it.
abusive, and I'm not taking this.
Well, let's see
And
you
then
roll the. Let's see you roll the that
I
grapple
am. I'm
check.
rolling now. Just give me a second. I've got here. I haven't had problems get on me.
Oh, I hear you.
He's nervous.
This is something
Yeah,
else.
No, I'm not nervous.
Avery's
I'm
been a
trying to get
snot,
my computer
and
to
I'm
work.
done with her.
Yes, exactly. As I'm done with you. Okay, here it goes. Here's my roll. 22. Not enough.
Not enough.
Oh yeah, this adult seems to be done with you. She smacks you.
Yep,
Yeah,
but
I smack you down.
then I go on full attack.
Go for it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Non-lethal.
so when Canterbury attack, here's what we're gonna do. Because look, I caught you off guard. Now you're jumping to things. The party is imploding. Here's how we do it. We're gonna do it in perfect fucking turn order. All right. I want everybody to roll initiative because it's going down. Remember, select your tokens.
we don't have tokens to
We don't
We
have
select
don't
on
enough.
have
this map.
tokens on the board.
Oh, let me take a look at where we're at. Oh, I see why. Okay, gotcha.
Oof.
Trying to get this working.
Suspenseful episode.
Not really. It's fun.
I
It's kind
I,
of cool, actually.
I
I
like the
felt it was
bear.
suspenseful. So far.
Hmm.
It was suspenseful for me, anyway. I enjoyed it.
I mean, at some point, every teenager needs a smackdown.
Oh yeah, like sometimes, like every uncle or aunt, sometimes they need to give their
Mm-mm.
their niece or their nephew two fingers,
What is
just
going
slightly to
on?
say, settle the fuck down.
I'm
But
just
Caddy Bree is a
all
noble,
she
so
said.
she doesn't get handled that way. She doesn't react
Well, no, she
appropriately,
doesn't. Plus, she all she said she wanted to get paid,
but she kind of
and
does act
then
appropriately.
No,
oh, she acts
Teddy
very
Bree.
appropriately.
Teddy Bree has been inappropriate for a very long time now.
Oh yeah.
She's made
Ooh.
so many inappropriate and rude, out of line contact comments that she's due for a smackdown.
Let's
15 for
see.
me, Hollow.
I'm trying to get mine up. Hang on.
Thrain, what'd you roll?
15. That was the
15?
first one to roll.
Okay, I'll get you in there. Think okay, with the five.
Oh,
Yep.
I got connected. Very nice.
Okay, go ahead, Caddy Bree. I can roll for you. I've got the
Oh
amethyst
no, I'll
and
roll.
the Superman crystal die.
I'm just loading
Advantage.
it up now. I think I got finally. Been working on this for all day. Coming up.
It's like that moment, like in a zombie movie, like you know, like where the party is encroached upon all the undead and they start turning against themselves because they're panicking and going nuts. 18. Okay, good fucking roll. Oh my goodness, that is almost a too good of a fucking roll. So, you talked about wanting to attack Pi with subdual damage. So, how does Ketty Bree go about doing that? Being that Pi attacked you with subdual damage, like how do you respond? Now that you have the initiative, keeping in mind
Well,
politics and everything.
I have to figure this out. This is like pulling hair, smacking with an open hand, stuff, or a closed fist, kicking. It'd be what we call non-lethal damage. So that would be basically unarmed strikes, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'm going to action surge and I'm going to do 4 attacks. 1, 2, 3, 4.
One of them hits.
Okay, so you're able to grab a fistful of her hair.
Okay. Damage. For
Ouch.
what?
You grab a fistful of her hair and uh Pi, I want you to roll athletics or acrobatics. I guess a DC of 17. To see if she's really able to grapple onto your hair like that, or like when she grabs at your hair, it just slips from her grasp.
17.
Okay. Yeah, you're able to pull away, but damn fucking A, Caddy Bree has a clump of your hair in the palm of
Mm-hmm.
her hand now.
And I smile.
Brain situation doesn't look great. What are you doing?
I'm going to sigh and then burn Harness Divine Power. One use of it, bringing back a second level spell slot. That was a bonus action. And I'm going to cast Hold Person on Catti-brie.
See on
DC
that
14 Wisdom.
14. Caddy Bree, go for it.
What is it? A wisdom saving
Yep.
throw?
Wisdom 14 is the number.
I have a -1 on wisdom. Oh, I love it. How do you? It's hard figuring this out. Did it work?
It's just workflow.
You got a natural 1.
Good. All right, it works. I was pressing on it and it wasn't working. It's just too slow.
Well, speaking of slow, everything starts really slowing down for you, and all of a sudden, like, you might as well have turned to stone.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna look at both of them and go, this is enough. We're not here to kill each other. I am really tired. I need to go to sleep. Or I swear by all the gods, you will not live to see morning if I have to fight you. That'll be my turn.
Hi, you see Caddy Bree has been neutralized. What are you doing?
I'll walk up to her. I'm going to grab her by the front of the shirt and I'm going to lift her up to my face and I'm going to tell her to grow the fuck up. And I'm going to smack her and walk away.
Good. Vink, you know, the natural humanity in you, how you're at one with the earth and the sky, that might hurt you when you see that. You know, druids are typically neutral. What are you doing?
Um, I'm going to uh use mold earth to turn the earth under Caddy Bree into mud, or like muddiness, so like difficult terrain essentially, but I want it to be mud, so she kind of sinks into it and has to like work really hard to get out of it and be like, Caddy Bree, stop it. Pie, stop it. Let's just go talk to the priest again, the cleric. We can talk about this when you're not so ready to kill each other.
We fall out of the turn order here. And Caddy Bree is held. Fade to black. Let's call that an episode. Damn. Yes, damn.
It was a good session.
Mm-hmm.
Did we catch that? Did we record that? Did we get that? Yeah, it looks
I
like
hope we
it.
did.
Yeah, we got
I
it.
hope we did.
It looks
There's
good.
I don't know that I've ever seen a Critical Role episode where the party fights amongst themselves.
Oh no, PvP is not allowed. That's a backstage. No, we don't do that. And even in my games, we limit that. Like we're typically a no PvP type of thing. So, like the PvP that I allow in my games at a minimal, just for theatrical effect.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, that was
I try to keep it minimal myself,
Yeah,
but just for playing the character,
it's cool.
you know, I get involved.
Mhm.
The character.
No, I hear you.
That's why I went
absolutely.
cast hold person on you.
Mm-hmm. Well, you played your part perfectly, actually.
Well,
You're supposed to be the
Right.
separator in
he
these
did
people.
great. I mean, fucking A. I mean, the drama he went through at the beginning of the episode. I mean, damn. That's a conundrum.
And
Yeah,
he's really pissed because
there was a
he's yet to be
lot
allowed
of
to
drama
sleep.
this episode.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. He can't sleep yet. And we are, Caddy, Bree, and Pie are going at it. That really pisses him off because he can't sleep. He wants to go to sleep.
The Elm Street effect that the dreams of Barovia have.